Let's move on to cutting our entertainment costs. As I have previously defined, I use the word entertainment to encompass quite a bit of things. By entertainment costs, I'm referring to dining out, clubs, bars, restaurants, fast food, cable TV, and streaming services, and paid recreational activities. Those all fall under the entertainment category in my eyes. So let's start with dining out, starting with the maniac tier. Per usual, there's three tiers that we can fall into when it comes to cutting down our dining costs. If you're asking me, I would say just don't dine out. That would put you in the maniac tier. Just stop going out to eat. Don't eat out until you are completely debt free. A $20 hamburger is not worth slowing you down for another month of paying off your debt. Every dollar counts. However, if you're not so gung ho on that idea, even though I think you really should be, here's what I'd say. You can still fall into the maniac tier by bringing your own food to the restaurant. I did this all the time, a lot of times. I would bring those hotel eggs I was telling you about with me when my coworkers went out to eat. Every single day I was bringing eggs, or I just wouldn't eat when I was out with them, or I'd bring something that I had made myself. And I do the math in my head when I was with my coworkers, and they were easily spending nearly $100, if not more. Sometimes it was up to like $200 because it was like 20 bucks, 25 bucks per meal they were spending every single lunch. And it was almost like they were going to work so they could afford their lunch at work. And that doesn't make any sense. Additionally, if it makes you feel any better, my bodybuilder friends, they do this. They bring their own food so they can hit their macros without giving up their social life. Real friends are going to understand that you're chasing a goal. I'd also say don't bring your food, then have one of your friends pay for your meal. Maybe every once in a while, but stick to the plan. You're not mooching your way to success. No pity parties allowed. You are making this choice and sacrifice because it'll be well worth it, not because you're asking for a handout. Don't go there and be like, guys, can you buy me my meal? If they're like, oh, let me buy it, I feel bad. Don't let them. Stay headstrong, bring your own food, eat your own food, or don't eat, or don't go out to eat. That's how you stay in the maniac tier. Next, to hit the good tier, you can order an appetizer instead of an entree, or order off the kids menu. Or if you really want to hold yourself accountable, a good rule of thumb is to try not to spend more than $5, usually per person, but for yourself, $5 at a fast food restaurant and $8 at a sit down restaurant. And don't forget, you usually have to leave a tip. So keep that in mind. If you order a $6 thing, you got to know that a tip's coming your way if you're at a sit down restaurant. So here's a fast food example. If you're rolling through Jack in the Box, you get something like four tacos, two chicken sandwiches for a total of $4.58 before tax, keeping you under that $5. And I'm just going to assume that the tax is going to keep you under $5 because I don't know where you live. I don't know what your sales tax is, but that's something you would order to stay under the $5 range. And you can see that I'm telling the truth here with how much it would cost. Next, if you went out to Taco Bell, another one of my favorites, my personal favorites, you could order a cheesy bean and rice burrito, a crunchy taco, a soft taco, and a beef burrito for a total of $4.58. And this is still a over 1,000 calories meal, which I think is important because we're trying to make things last. So that's how you do it. You just stay disciplined, order off the value menu, order off the dollar menu, whatever they got. And the point I'm trying to make here is that we all know people that will go through the drive-through at a fast food place and end up spending like $25 on random food items. Once again, I would recommend eliminating eating out altogether, all fast food. But if it's a life or death, try and get items with high calories that will be under $5. I know that Baja Blast is calling your name, but it can wait until you're debt free. So look at those calorie counts when you're ordering off the value menu as well. Here's the normal tier. We should already be on the all water diet. In this category, the normal tier is making the little decision that makes you feel good more than anything. Don't get me wrong, though, cutting out on a soda while eating out does help cut the cost quite a bit. It's just not the best tier to fall under when trying to cut your entertainment expenses. For this category, I would recommend go for the good tier or go for the maniac tier. This normal tier, I know you can do better than. So, however, I bring up soda because the markup on a fountain soda is between 300 and 600%. To put into perspective, if you purchased a $2 soda, the soda per cup costs about 10 to 13 cents for them, but you're adding ice, so it's probably even less that it costs them. Then about 8 to 9 cents for the cup, the straw, and the lid. The restaurant makes anywhere between $1.80 and $1.90 on that soda you just purchased. That profit margin on soda is insanely high. And why I tell you that, for those of you who are going to fall in the normal tier, is if you order the soda, you're not really ever going to get your money's worth. You would have to drink an inhumane amount of soda to do that. Next, we have some challenges that could help provide some extra accountability and motivation to help you stay home and cook your meals. I'm sure there's a ton of different challenges on the internet out there, but one that I want to gear up and get going is the 30-day cook at home challenge. You can do it with a friend or you're by yourself, but the goal of the mission is to cook at home for 30 days in a row. Plan out your meals for the week so you're not tempted to snag some takeout when life gets in the way, or even more importantly, after a long day of work, it's not always something that we desire to do. That fatigue is going to set in. So plan out your meals so you don't even let fatigue get in your way either. Follow the tips that we went over for cutting food expense, the food expense category, and then just go to town. And a side tangent slightly is, if you're still apprehensive about getting your cooking on, snag a crock pot or a slow cooker, because that helps tremendously. Prep everything in a bag and freeze it. And then in the morning of the day of the thing you'd like to eat, just throw it in there for like 8 hours and be ready to enjoy your home cooked meal at the end of the day. It really, really saves a lot of time and is very helpful. Concluding thoughts on dining out is, don't do it unless it's absolutely necessary. If you do end up eating out with friends or what have you, bring your own food. If you get caught in a jam and are forced to eat out, try to go during a happy hour and follow the under $5 rule for fast food and under $8 rule for sit down restaurants. Drop the soda. We've said that before, but only water. Drop the soda for your normal tiers. Plan out your meals if you're going to be cooking, doing the 30-day at-home challenge, which you all should be trying to do. And next, we'll talk about entertainment and streaming services and recreational activities. So I'll see you there.